Alright, so now we're going to have a look at question 18. First, importantly, pick a new colour, red. Have a look at question 18. This comes from the 2020 HSC Advanced Maths paper. Now this is a really nice question. This is a very classic introductory calculus question. It's worth 3 marks and it's broken into 2 different bits. Pretty much if you get the first bit, the second bit directly follows. So we're told in part A to differentiate this function. So we're going to say y equals e to the 2x times 2x plus 1. Now this function, immediately when you see this, you should be thinking product rule. This is a product of 2 functions, each containing x as a variable. When you do a derivative of a product of 2 functions, each containing x as a variable, you've got to use product rule. So this is u, this is v. So u is equal to e to the 2x, v is equal to 2x plus 1. We have to differentiate both of these. U prime is 2e to the 2x. The e to the 2x remains the same. You differentiate 2x in the power, bring the 2 down the front. And v prime becomes 2. 2x becomes 2 and the 1 disappears. Now product rule is of course y prime is equal to u prime v plus u v prime. Sometimes this is written as u prime v plus v prime u. Sometimes it's written as u v prime plus v u prime. There are various different notations here, but u prime times v plus u times v prime. This is what you have to do to find a product rule derivative. So this means y prime is equal to u prime times v. That's 2e to the 2x times 2x plus 1 plus u times v prime, e to the 2x times 2. We can neaten this up a little bit. This becomes 2e to the 2x times 2x plus 1 plus 2e to the 2x. Now, this expression we can factorize. And we're actually going to factorize it. We can take 2e to the 2x out of both of these. This gives us 2e to the 2x multiplied by 2x plus 1 plus 1. Now notice in that square bracket we can simplify this. It's 2x plus 1 plus 1. That's 2x plus 2. So we've got 2e to the 2x times 2x plus 2. This is a correct answer to this question. You could also factorize the 2 from the bracket. So you could take 2 out of here and you could have 4e to the 2x times x plus 1. The reason that this is nice is it leaves the coefficient in the bracket in front of the x as a 1. Having 1 as the x coefficient in brackets is often quite convenient. That's not an unusual practice. But also it sets up this question. It gives us something that looks very similar to the question in part B. There's an integral in part B. It's a rather unusual integral. But the function we just calculated, the derivative we just did, looks incredibly similar. So this is y prime. Now for part B, we're told to find the integral, the indefinite integral of x plus 1 times e to the 2x dx. Well, here we found that if y was equal to e to the 2x times 2x plus 1, its derivative was 4 times e to the 2x times x plus 1. This bit is exactly what we have down here, but it's multiplied by 4. And so this means if we are able to multiply this integral by 4, get a 4 in the bracket, it will integrate exactly to the function that we started with. Right? Question 2, part B I should say, is very simple if you did part A properly. So we're going to say 1/4 times the integral of 4 e to the 2x times x plus 1 dx. This is now what we're going to find because we know this is going to be the function we started with, which will be e to the 2x times 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. And so this means the integral of x plus 1 times e to the 2x dx is going to be equal to 1/4 times e to the 2x times 2x plus 1 plus a constant of integration. And this is pretty much how you should leave the answer. This is in fact how the marker notes leave this answer. So let's go back and have a little bit of a think about the marking here. Part A in this question is actually the bigger part. It's worth 2 marks. Part B is simply worth 1. In Part A, you get a mark for attempting to use the product rule. So if you write down your product rule formula, you start using product rule, you either get an unsimplified product rule derivative or you're very close to getting the correct one. This will get you 1 mark. So this is the first part, something like this amount of working. The second part is for the correct solution. So this will either be 2 times e to the 2x times 2x plus 2, which is technically a correct form of the answer, but 4 times e to the 2x times x plus 1 is better because this form allows you to, by identification, do the second bit. You don't have to have it in this form. You can do it using the previous form, but it's a little bit easier in this question. So the second mark will be for one of these answers. For question B, you just have to get the correct answer. So using part A or otherwise, getting the solution, 1/4 times e to the 2x times 2x plus 1 plus a constant, that will get you the 1 mark. Pretty much anything else won't get you any marks. So this is a really nice question. It's a really standard introductory calculus question. It uses product rule, it has algebra, it has a sort of fake integral in it. It has an integral, but you're not actually doing the integral. You're using the derivative that you did in the first part to conveniently resolve the integral by identification. So this is a very sort of typical classic introductory calculus question.